In this today's series, we have some questions to present to you, and these questions require us to pick the correct answer based on if both statements are true and the second explain the first, or if both statements are true but the second does not explain the first, as well as if the statement or if the first statement is true and the second is false, or looking at D option, which if the first statement is false and the second is true. That is, we have four different choices here, A, B, C, and D. That is for A, if both statements are true and the second explain the first. B, if both statements are true but the second does not explain the first. C, if the first statement is true and the second is false. And D, if the first statement is false and the second is true. So let's dive in directly to the various questions we have on this list. So this biology question and answer series covers some broad topics in biology. And to those of you taking biology as a course, then of course you want to follow this up, for it is very recommended for biology students at all levels. So looking at the first question here, they are asking, ethylene is a growth hormone in plant. First statement, that is question 42. We have two statements. We are going to cross-check. Ethylene is a growth hormone in plant. That is statement A. Statement B, ethylene promotes senescence, abscission, and fruit ripening. So among the list of A, B, C, and D, which is going to be correct here? The correct answer is A, if both statements are true and the second explain the first. So ethylene is a growth hormone in plant, and of course ethylene promotes senescence, abscission, and fruit ripening. So the first and second are correct, and the second explain the first, which stand for A, which is correct. Question number 43 in this series. Glucose is the first product of the Calvin cycle. That's the first statement. Second statement, the Calvin cycle produces the building block for all other cellular organic molecules. So which is correct? The correct answer is D, if the first statement is false and the second statement is true, which apply for this case. Glucose is not the first product of Calvin cycle, but the second statement that states that the Calvin cycle produces the building block for all other cellular organic molecules is true. Question number 44. We have two statements. Mitochondria and chloroplasts contain ribosomes that resemble those of all prokaryotes. Statement number 2. Not all eukaryotic ribosomes are found on the surface of rough endoplasmic reticulum. So from A to D, which is correct? So the correct answer here is B, if both statements are true, but the second does not explain the first, which in this case, mitochondria and chloroplasts contain ribosomes that resemble those of all prokaryotes, but the second statement does not explain the first. That is, not all eukaryotic ribosomes are found on the surface of rough endoplasmic reticulum. Question number 45. The ideal soil pH effective for most plants to grow is between 6 to 7. Statement number 2. Soil pH does not affect the absorption of mineral salt by plant. Question 45, the answer is C, if the first statement is correct, but the second statement is false. Question number 46. Photorespiration is a wasteful process. First statement. Second statement. C3 plants carry out photorespiration, though no ATP is formed during the process. The answer here is A, if both statements are true and the second explain the first. That is, photorespiration is a wasteful process and C3 plants carry out photorespiration, though no ATP is formed during the process. Question number 47. We have two statements. Freshwater fish produces ammonia as nitrogenous waste. Second statement. High concentration of ammonia in fresh water makes it difficult for fish to eliminate ammonia from their bodies. 47 is A. Both statements are true and the second explains the first. That is, freshwater fish produces ammonia as nitrogenous waste, and high concentration of ammonia in fresh water makes it difficult for fish to eliminate ammonia from their bodies. So A is correct. Both statements are true, and the second explains the first. Question number 48. We have two statements. The first statement, cholecystokinin is an enzyme secreted by the intestinal walls. Second statement, cholecystokinin stimulates the pancreatic cells to secrete digestive juice and induces the gallbladder to release bile. So we are talking about cholecystokinin. So the answer here is D, if the first statement is false and the second is true. So cholecystokinin is not an enzyme secreted by the intestinal wall. But the second statement is correct. That states that cholecystokinin stimulates the pancreatic cell to secrete digestive juice and induces the gallbladder to release bile. 49. Two statements. All plants flower at high concentration of the phytochrome, PFRO. Second statement. PFRO is the physiologically active form of phytochrome. The correct answer here is B, if both statements are true, but the second does not explain the first. So all plants flower at high concentration of phytochrome, which is PFRO, but of course, PFRO as a physiologically active form of photochrome does not explain the first. So B is correct. Both is true, but the second does not explain the first. Question number 50. We have two statements. First statement, sickle cell anemia is an example of chromosome mutation. Second statement, chromosome mutation results in a change of the number of structure of the chromosome, which may be lethal to the organism. The correct answer is D, if the first statement is false and the second is true. So, as the first statement, sickle cell anemia is not an example of chromosome mutation, but the second statement is true. So, stating that sickle cell anemia is an example of chromosome mutation is false. So the first statement is false, but the second is true. We state that chromosome mutation results in change of the number of structures of the chromosomes, which may be lethal to the organism. So here we have targeted some questions in biology, and of course, you want to make sure that you go ahead to subscribe so as to follow up on the next coming episode on question and answer series on some major topics in biology based on MCQ that covers majority of broad topics. And if you have any question you want us to answer, then you want to make sure that you submit all the questions to us using our details from the profile bio. And you can reach to us either by WhatsApp or email. And also make sure that you share this video to friends who can benefit from this series. See you again in the next upload, and bye-bye for now.